Well, hello, good afternoon, whatever. First thing I want to do is, people have been subscribing to my channel, and that's cool. I mean, thank you so much. I'm not sure where all this is going to go or where it's going to end up, but it's going to be a blast. I'm telling you. You know, I there's a thing getting through life. You, One thing I've learned: you need something to get you up in the morning. If you don't, yeah, then something up in your head clicks and says it's useless. Why? And you spiral down after that. My great grandmother, I probably mentioned this. I'll probably mention this again in the video. I probably mentioned it before in the video, but it's important. My great grandmother lived in Earl, Arkansas, and I only met her once in my life, and I hunted her down to find out I'd never met her. So I don't know how old I was. Probably early 20s, maybe. I don't know. But I found her. No, I'm sorry, not Earl, Arkansas, Parkin, Arkansas. Earl. It doesn't matter. I knew she lived there, and I went and found her. But anyway, I went and found her, knocked on the door, and this lady comes to the door. Now she's 96 years old. 96. She comes to the door. She looks at me. She goes, "I know you." I thought, "Don't know me." She said, "You're Juanita's boy." That was my mom's name. So I can see it. I can see it all in you. It kind of touched me, because my mom been there a long time. My mom passed away when I was 8. Anyway, another story. So we got to talking. She said, "Well, let me tell you." She said, I live here alone. I'm chief cook and bottle washer. I take care of myself. I feed myself. And let me tell you something. I've been eating bacon and eggs my whole life, and I'm still here, 96 years old. She said, "You want to know? You want to know how to do that?" I said, "Of course I do." She said, "It's easy." She said, "I'm 96 years old, and I will wake up in the morning. Do you know how I know I'll wake up in the morning?" I said, "Don't have a clue." Because they expected me at work. She was still working a full-time job at Southwestern Bell, and they used to have real operators behind real boards. She was an operator, 96, and she went to work every day. Now, at my age, I thought that was just the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. Later in life, I realized, yeah, she was right. She had something that woke her up in the morning, something that she got out of bed for. I think that's pretty damn impressive. Today, I'm the same way. I don't miss work. I really don't. Matter of fact, just the other day we was talking, and one of my managers said, "Well, I'll tell you right now, if you don't ever show up, if you don't show up in the morning, I ain't heard from you, we send somebody to your house because there's something seriously wrong." And I like that. I like that. But that gets me up in the morning, and that's like these videos here. I started them out as just, it seemed like a good idea. Now I really got to liking them. I got to like doing this. It really, it's good for me. And like I said, if you always go back and look at Life Moves Fast video, you understand it. All I really want to do is, when I was growing up in the South, there was a lot of older men around who would, tell you when you was messing up. They would tell you the right thing to do. They would tell you the way to live your life. And they had no bones about it. They thought to them that was their duty. They had come up through life, and it was their duty to transfer that information. And I just eat it up, man. I listened to all of it. It didn't save me from doing some really stupid stuff, but it helped me later in life. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to be that. I want to be that guy that pulls you to the side and say, "Hey, that's a dumbass move you just did." I mean, I don't know, y'all. So the thing is, how do you? Okay, let me tell you. I dropped out of high school my senior year. I did, and I went and joined the military because it was the right. I thought it was the right thing. Well, it was the right thing to do. It was. I'd advise anybody, man or woman, to do it. It's. You will gain a different. You'll get a different view of America when you do that. But I did that. I ended up getting a GED. I ended up going to trade school. And I've done very well for myself. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process right now of buying a second home. I have this home I'm sitting in right now. I've had this for 5 years. And right now I'm working on buying a lake house for retirement. So you could say I've done pretty good. So I'll tell you some of the things that got me here, though, for real. One of them was not whining and bitching about my life, or whining and bitching about somebody else's life. Let that go. Other people are going to be people. People are going to be who they are. I'm gonna throw some wise old sage sayings on you. Never let another person ruin your day. Never. Don't do that. Don't do that. See what I mean? What I mean is people gonna get under your skin. People gonna hurt your feelings. People gonna betray you. Let that go. Next saying's coming up. It's the best revenge is living well. Trust me, I live well. So, but if you engage these people that are hostile or just ignorant, just mean, whatever, if you engage them, you go down to their level. I'm sorry, you're dropping yourself down, and you're losing some of this life force you have. So what I'm saying is, let it go. Step away. They ain't worth your time. They're not worth it. They're not. You got better things to do. You got to get out there and start getting it and getting yours. And you got to let people hammer you. I seen a motivational thing. I think it was, doesn't matter who it was. What he said was, remove anything negative from your life. You know, if somebody's, bothering you, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, they got to go. I got light on the side of my head. That ain't no good. Oh, well. Hey, I'm new at this. I'll figure it out eventually. But what I'm saying is, another thing is never quit. Never, ever, ever, ever quit. Never stop. And I'm going to tell you something that's real funny about life, about the universe, is in that moment when you feel like you hit the wall, when it's over, you just can't go any further, things are not going to work out, it's just not worth the trouble. What that moment is, it's that moment that it's just fixing to break loose. Put one foot in front of the other and move forward. I saw another one about courage. Courage, this is important. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the ability to do what you need to do when you're afraid. Now, this is a true story. So sometimes we don't get what we want because we're afraid. When I got transferred from one company, from one division to another. When I got transferred, these people didn't know me for nobody. I'm halfway across the country. And I walked in there the first week and I called my new manager, and I just, very kindly, very nicely said, I've been doing this a long time. So if a lead position opens up anytime soon, I would like to be at least considered for it. Now, how many people actually do stuff like that? I do. You know why? Because that put me in her brain. That showed her that I was motivated, confident, and ready for that. And guess what? It was probably 4 months later when, bam, I got a lead position. I mentioned this in another video about hunting jobs. They're not gonna come. If you're over there doing what you're supposed to be doing, they're not gonna come bother you and ask you, hey, would you like to be a lead position? They're not gonna do that. Oh, would you like a raise? They're not gonna do that. They're not. Ever. Not ever. You got to motivate yourself. One foot in front of the other. Because honestly, you don't deserve what you don't ask for. You don't. Ask anybody that's doing well, I didn't. Nobody come to my front door and offered me the job I have now. They didn't. So, there's things to think about. Because it's on you. It's on you. It's not. And second thing, don't be a moaner and bitcher. Don't be a whiner. Don't be, well, if so-and-so hadn't happened, if this hadn't happened, if that hadn't happened, I'd be doing good. Right? No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm going to call it. That's bullshit. Every morning when you wake up, you get a new shot. You get a chance to start over. Every day. Every day. And take advantage of that chance. I'm a happy guy. Do I have some issues? Occasionally. Yeah, I do. A little OCD creeps in once in a while. Squirrel! You know what I mean? That kind of shit. That kind of stuff. And it happens. It happens to me a lot. Don't be surprised if I'm doing these videos and I go get a drink of water and I don't come back for 30 minutes. It happens. It honestly happens. But it'll be okay because I'm who I am. I'm happy being who I am. And but these are things that are time tested for me. Again, have something that wakes you up in the morning. That's important. Have something that you want to get up for. And if your job ain't doing it for you, Grandpa's saying, I'm going to have Grandpa saying all along in these videos. Grandpa's saying, if when you get up in the morning and you come up with reasons not to go to work, It's time to change the job. If you're at work and it's time to come home and you think of a reason not to go home, what do you think it's time to change? I'm just saying. Because ain't nobody going to make you happy but you. And that's the damn truth. That's the damn truth. Because we all deserve that. We all deserve to be happy. But there's a ton of people out there who will steal that right away from you. There's people out there who can't stand the sight of somebody happy. They can't deal with it. So they try to crush it. Urgh. So anyway, I just want to talk to y'all for a few minutes today. And remember, one foot in front of the other. Be courageous. Ask for what you want. Don't be afraid. Take your losses with a smile and make a lesson out of them. And remember, that wall is only as high as you make it. It is. When you hit that wall is only as high as you make it. Sometimes them walls will fall right down if you push just a little bit harder. Listen, guys and girls and whatever. I got to learn to do the thing where you just go people and persons. Not where I come from, but I'll try. I'll get better. Because we are in the same boat. You know, I heard that guy the other day. I really like his music, Tom McDonald. I heard him the other day, you know, and he said, we're all in the same boat, so why shoot holes in it? Ain't that the truth? Hey, y'all have a great evening, and I hope you keep coming and seeing me because I'm going to keep doing this. Thank you.